one day I'll be in braids. Next day you'll see me in blue hair. Next you might see me in purple hair. Just like spicing it up.
A few moments later.
Cannot date no girl with no as well wig.
We black men, we have a lot to say about women's hair all the time. We like to talk.
Oh, the blonde bob. Are you okay? Blonde bob. Blonde bob. The blonde bob, bro.
A few moments later.
Cannot date no girl with no as well wig. Oh, the truth is that I also had my sisters. I think I also had like the perfect storm to have that kind of mentality. Because my sisters always had long hair. You know what I mean? Like all of them always had long hair. So I was like, what are the other girls? I'm not going to date a girl with no long hair. Like, you know, but I didn't realize the extent of which they had to suffer and the social pressures that came with that. Like when you're thinking of saying something with your mouth as a kid, you don't understand the social effect that it can have on the other gender. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I think we even saying it as a kid, like I said this shit as an adult. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I said it with my whole chest. You know, I'm just like, bro, like team natural all day, baby. I'm still that way in a sense. So I'm not trying to come and be like, oh, I'm extra woke now, you know, I'm extra this. Like I'm still like, I appreciate a woman with nice natural hair, but I'm a lot more tender when I say it now. You know, I'm not like, oh, like
you're much more understanding.
Weave, bam. You know, like I'm a lot more understanding. You know, and I've actually grown to actually appreciate when women experiment with their hair. You know, before I see like all their weaves, all that.
Like I always, you know what guys always ask, why are you wearing wigs? Why are you guys wearing wigs?
I'm just like,
oh my gosh, bro. I just thinking that men are so like, you're so dumb. You don't realize what you're saying is stupidity. You know what I mean?
I think it just comes from a place of ignorance and not really understanding how deep it might be for the
because
person. I remember
because we were never put in those spaces. We never thought about like how to maintain your hair. What were guys told to maintain? Is your father low cut? Yeah. Shampoo and conditioner. I never used to use shampoo and conditioner.
What I used to say. Right, this was maybe like college me maybe 2 years ago, even last year, maybe even last week, to be honest. Now I'm woke though. Today I'm woke, you know. But I used to be like, I didn't care much about like women that did weaves and all that. But my problem, especially with black women, right, was the fact that all the time when I see them, I never see their hair out. Like I had friends, I'd never seen their hair. You know, it's either a weave. If they're leaving the house, it has to be a wig. I actually just learned the difference between weave and wig last week. But it has to be a wig or weave or something. Weaves and all that is predominant in the black community, right? Like, you don't really see other... Let me say I don't see. But if a white woman is wearing a weave, I don't know that she's wearing a weave. You get what I'm saying? Like, because it just literally looks like her hair. But amongst the blacks, it's obvious that, this girl's wearing a weave and all that. What do you guys think about the relationship between weaves and black women? Is it that black women don't like their hair, or is it that they're just too lazy to actually take care of it?
For me, I think my perspective changed on the whole point. Like I have different perspectives depending on like where I was. Like in Nigeria, if you see a babe wearing like a weave or wigs or braids, it's either because it's in style or they don't know how to take care of their hair. And it's not like something that they are ashamed of per se. It's just like, I don't know how to, my hair is giving me stress. I'm just going to do braids and I can keep that in for like 3 months. But then when I came to the US, then I realized there was more of like a cultural aspect in terms of like a lot of people were raised like thinking their hair was like unkempt or like messy or nappy and things like that. So there was this like shame or stigma around like black hair that a lot of black women or people in the black community like grew up with. Hence them like trying to like cover it up or just not show it if they didn't have to. So I guess there are lots of perspectives to view it from, but I think there's a cultural aspect and there's also an aspect of like, oh, this is what is trendy, and there's also an aspect of, oh, I don't know how to take care of my hair and this is like easy to do and convenient, so I'm just going to do it and then I can leave my hair like this for like 6 months. Easy.
I totally agree. For me, I see it as a mix between I don't know how to do it, I don't have time to do it, and then I want to try something new. And that's something I can relate to. You know, I don't like wasting time on my hair. That's why it's always in braids and locks, in a wig, in a weave, or anything like that. And also, like, I think the big thing is just experimenting, being able to do things that might not be as easy to do with your natural hair. You know, I went through my red hair phase. I had a red wig. That's something that I'm not going to go dye my natural hair red. Like, it's not going to happen. But, like, being able to try different styles and kind of like play around, see what you like, see what you don't like, and just like express yourself in different ways is something that's, very big to me. One day I'll be in braids. Next day you'll see me in blue hair. Next you might see me in purple hair. Just like spicing it up. Like I said before, hair is your identity. So being able to switch it up, change things, just adds more to who you are as a person.
You know, like how black men have their hair, right? And someone are going bald. If a black man was to put his hair, like try to implant a hair, most likely he's going to get waves, something that is black related. You understand what I'm trying to say? So I've always struggled with this straighten the hair look when you guys wear wigs or wear weaves or whatever. But personally, I don't want to push my own agenda or my own opinion because of, who knows, it might be with what actually protect that straightened hair actually protects it. But I usually thought that just covering your hair and keeping it kept is what protects your hair. I don't know, but I've always heard that that protecting thing. But I'm like, why does it have to be straight?
I mean, it
straight
doesn't have to be straight. You can still have kinky, curly wigs and weaves. I've also done that. But I think a lot of people also fail to understand that it's not just putting something on your hair. You still have to maintain that new hair. You have to wash your wigs. You have to shampoo, condition. Sometimes you have to blow dry them. So
you have to shampoo and condition your wig?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, that makes a lot more sense because I like you said, it's just easier to maintain straighter hair, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I kind of get that now. The first time I saw Afro weaves is when Bole had that puff, and I thought it was her hair. I was like, "Yo, Bole, your hair is looking nice."
Bro, let's talk about that. That Bole's hair traumatized me. That thing traumatized me.
Let's just say I saw something that traumatized me.
It was looking like Amarachi's hair right now. So just imagine Bole had the
you can give them a side view.
Right? And then she had the poof, like Amarachi's hair right now. But the core patterns on that poof was very Afro looking, but a little bit different. I was just like, Bole, your hair is peng.
You're looking peng today. Come here.
I was just blown away. I was like, yo, how come I never noticed this before? You're like, this is what I'm like, yo, you guys should expose your natural hair. I went on my natural hair rant. I'm just like, yo, black women, this is what I'm talking about. Bole was just smiling looking at me. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days.
But I didn't say anything.
He didn't say anything. Maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks later. I just saw Bole remove the thing 1 day. I was like, yo, what's happening?
Yo, I think we were dancing or celebrating or something like that.
Dancing or something.
And Bole just ripped the stuff out. And we all yeah, you see, everyone in the crowd was like, yo.
I was like, what is happening here? That thing traumatized me. But I think it also created a new perspective for me, because for me it's not okay, I guess I don't really hate the hair extensions, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't really actually like it, but if we try to do things that still kind of look like black hair, in a way, because I really like black features, so things that look like black hair, I think I'd appreciate it more.
I'm also with Chisom in terms of team natural. I like my women natural and stuff like that. So when I see girls putting on long ass eyelashes and they're battered in their makeup, I just zip up my mouth at that point, because I know that if I say anything and I give my true opinion, people, I'll get backlash. But sometimes I'm just like, bro, if I want to date a girl, you're most likely not the girl I want to date. But then I say, black men should, go after black women in certain scenarios. You know what I mean? It's just if I was to now say, look, but I think you look beautiful with your natural distance, right? And next day I see Bole with makeup. I was like, yo, Bole, why you doing makeup? I'll get backlash for that. So I think I understand what Chisom is trying to say, but I think we have to be really careful in terms of how we share our opinion. We don't need to comment on everything. Even with my sister sometimes, if she's putting on full on makeup and personally it's not my flavor, I'm not going to tell her, Amachi, why the fuck are you looking like that? That's just being disrespectful to her, because probably she's put a lot of effort into that style and dress. So I just keep quiet and accept the way she looks. So I was like, you want to do that? Go ahead and do it. But if she was to ask me for my own opinion, then I can, I'll open my mouth and say, I'm actually, that's not my flavor. That's not what I like. You know what I mean? This is what I like. This is what I think you look good in, etc., etc. But, I think it's really important that we understand those different ways of expressing.
I mean, there's a fine line.
I just want to add something, because guys, they'll be thinking they know they'll be thinking their babes are not wearing makeup. There's this thing called no makeup. It's actually
I like that makeup so much.
So you guys think your babes are not wearing makeup, but the whole point is that you don't know.
Yeah.
It's meant to be an illusion. That's what
Yep.
it's meant to be. So all the people that you
Illusions.
think are natural, let me just
Yeah.
say, some of them you have not actually seen their faces.
This is not my real face, so look at my real face here.
You've actually not
truth-
seen
the-
them. So
I'm actually, let's see, that point is very valid, and I think is something that I started growing into, because for me, I always thought I could spot out the girls that are looking natural and the girls that are not, until I experienced Bole's poof. That thing, that thing humbled me so much. So I now started being, maybe it's more like at least look natural, even if you're going to do it, right? So if you're going to wear makeup, make sure the your face skin is the same as your neck skin. Does that make sense? Then to me, at that, because actually, someone like me, I actually appreciate makeup. Let me just keep it a buck.
Yeah.
I can link below. I did a makeup video with one of my friends. I'm actually pro makeup. I can link a layers video in the description. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually pretty good at makeup as well. I do makeup. I know my foundation, my eyeliner, my eyelashes with the egg thing. You have to blend it in properly. It's like, I know this shit, fam.
Because you're literally pounding my eyes. You're gonna contour my eyes?
Wait. We're going to conceal it.
Contour it.
Don't mess with me. So I mean, the reason I said all that so that when people are listening, they know that I'm not like some freaking toxic guy that I say women should not wear makeup. You know what I'm saying? Like, I actually appreciate good makeup, and I also appreciate that there's makeup for different occasions. So if you really want to go hard and beat your face hard, like, obviously at that point you're not trying to look natural, so I can appreciate the art that goes into that. Because you're not looking too different.
You think it's the natural color?
No, that's art. That's art. You understand? For Americans, I don't understand what I'm saying. Art, like A-R-T, not like A-T.
Art.
But most of the time as well, like, I also still like your skin to be able to breathe. Like, every single time I'm seeing you, I don't want to see that. Oh yeah, your face has to be beat for me to be able to appreciate like your beauty and all that. It's like, okay, if you're not doing the natural no makeup thing, hey, I'm all for that, because it still looks natural. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know. My thing with makeup is more like, I think we just need to use it healthily, and then like make sure we blend it in properly. Cause
not in excess.
You know
what I mean? I think
like some people draw eyebrows, and the eyebrows still drawn after the makeup is done. I'm like, bro, like, why don't you blend that shit, man?
Honestly, this is just when we're just talking about preferences, right? To some, like some niggas like girls' eyebrows, just like physically drawn by themselves, and like, oh, like why is your eyebrow so bushy? Some niggas are just like,
oh no, what I'm talking about is not even like the eyebrow being drawn. It's more like, that white thing they put.
I know what you're talking about.
Concealer.
You know what I'm talking about,
I know
right?
what you're talking
the
about.
concealer, right? But they don't conceal the concealer.
Yeah.
Bro,
It's literally so obvious. Like, you can see that this stuff is drawn. I understand that. I mean, some niggas might like that shit, but what I'm trying to say is that, like, I think there's a space for dialogue for both men and women. We all have things that we all want to see in our partners. Yeah. So I think it's really important that we have that dialogue and not make it a toxic place. You know what I mean? Like, when I think Amachi looks beautiful without makeup, 100%. Like, she can go outside like this. Guys will be dropping for her, and she'll be exiting like, yeah, bro, sit down. You're not my level.
Like,
I only go for
you're not my level.
7 figure and above. You feel me? 7 figure bright prices. Like,
That's 7 figure.
the bright price is $1 million plus. A house too. You need a house already.
I mean, can I partake in that bright price, please? Like,
Villa in Dubai. She knows the vibes already. She knows her what. My whole point is that I think it's really important for that dialogue to be expressed between each other. I'm not making it toxic, and women not to shut us down like too quick, because I feel that they're always extremely protective, and I understand the history of that. Yeah, but we have to understand. We have to grow and create that space again for us to have dialogue, because I feel it's always men versus women. You know what I mean? Girls versus boys. All men are trash, all girls are hoes. Like, there needs to be some sort of space that we can have like a conversation. So we black, so us blacks.
What do you wish men understood about women's journey when it comes to beauty?
It's a hard question.